It's been some time since I've done this. I don't really remember how I used to start these. I used to run this channel. I mean, I guess I do again, but for me, it's been about 4 years, even though for all of you, it's actually probably only been a couple of days. You might think I've gone crazy, but hear me out. Scientist Mel discovered the key to time travel, and I volunteered to go back in time under one condition, that I get to choose the time and place I go to. I guess I don't look too different than I used to. It's only been 4 years after all, but the conditions have to be just right, and it took pretty much the whole time I was in the past to get it right, and I didn't have Mel to help me this time. But I don't have any time to get into that just now. What's important is that I'm the source of a Bootstrap Paradox. I'm sorry, I was so tired.
Hey, it's okay. You can blink. We can blink now. It's fine. BMillzebub's okay, but what we're experiencing is this bootstrap paradox. You might have seen it in different films, also on TV shows. See, what happens is that an object or piece of information is sent back in time and ends up in this infinite cause and effect loop. It reaches a point where the origin of the thing is kind of like non-existent. It's kind of become a self-made thing. This thing is also called the ontological paradox. It's called this bootstrap paradox because it's based on the story by Robert Heinlein, By His Bootstraps. Oh, I've got to go, but I'll be right back.
I'm I'm awake. I'm okay. I wanted to meet John Milton and have him autograph my collective, his collective works. This book right here. But when I got to the 1600s, I couldn't find him anywhere. I went to his family and asked around London looking for him, but nobody knew who he was. It wasn't possible.
Okay, sorry about that. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey kind of stuff. It happens. Anywho, back to the bootstrap paradox. An example would be if I went back in time and recited Shakespeare's lines before the lines were actually written. Doctor Who episode, anyone? Who authored it at that point? The words will become its own thing entirely. The same thing happens with objects and people, seemingly to be unaffected by time though they travel through it. This, of course, defies the second law of thermodynamics, but hey, if we have managed to discover time travel, aren't we defying all sorts of different types of physics? This is often a throwaway joke or even a solid plot of sorts for sci-fi, but it seems to be a thing. BMillzebub and I have managed to stumble across. Anywho, hope you enjoyed this little bit on, like, Bootstrap Paradox. BMillzebub, wake up, buddy. It's fine. I'm going to fix you. I'll see you guys next time.
Hey everybody, BMillzebub here. Before everyone clicks away from the video, I wanted to give a big thank you to Scientist Mel for collaborating with me on this one. When I asked her to collaborate with me a while ago, I told her that the Bootstrap Paradox was my favorite time travel paradox. That might sound kind of weird to have a favorite time travel paradox, but I think they're interesting, and I just happen to think that the Bootstrap Paradox is the most interesting. It actually got its own little bit of talking about on Doctor Who, where the 12th Doctor goes back in time as he does, you know, wanting to meet Beethoven, and discovers that he doesn't actually exist. So the Doctor himself publishes Beethoven's music and becomes Beethoven. If I'm being honest, I kind of hijacked that idea for this video where I go back in time and publish the collected works of John Milton because he doesn't actually exist. But thanks for stopping by and watching the video, everybody, and thank you yet again, Scientist Mel, for doing pretty much all the legwork explaining the Bootstrap Paradox for it. Everybody head over to her channel and subscribe. She makes some excellent science education content. And follow her on Twitter. Chances are you'll learn something. And I'm pretty sure that's the biggest hope she had for her channel. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you feel so inclined to help me out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where I have monthly patron-only live streams, or consider getting me something from my Amazon wishlist. Every little bit helps, and every little bit is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, linked below, to keep up with all my comings and goings, and join my Discord for a chance to talk to yours truly. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one.